Hi, I'm Tyler Kuslaka with IdeateTV, and I'm here with Folsom's Run, Evan Morton. Now, will you tell us a little bit about the film and especially your role in it?
So we didn't have a huge budget, but I used to work at Nat Geo on Life Below Zero. So I've done camera work, I've done post-producing. So I got to see both sides of a major TV show. And I wanted to make a documentary. I got invited to go on a hike. And I got to see something I didn't know much about. I knew about wolves and I knew about dogs, a lot of dogs being euthanized. And then wolves are a political tug of war. But wolf dogs, people are actually breeding wolves and dogs together and selling them as pets. And I went to the sanctuary about an hour outside of LA, and I saw Paula and Steve to the right of me, and they dedicated their lives to helping rescue these animals and bring advocacy and education when it comes to wolf dogs in captivity and wolves in the wild.
So is there a certain audience that you're hoping to reach with this film, and specifically who would that be?
I think really this is a film that can touch pretty much everyone, unless they're a cat person. But even cats, we do have a couple shots of cats in here.
I was going to ask you about the cats.
Yeah, there's an interesting shot of cats at this place we filmed. But really, I think a lot of people love dogs and a lot of people love wolves. But it's not every day you hear about wolf dogs. They don't get as much news, and when they do, it's often bad news because they quote unquote misbehave, but they're also being sold as pets when they're not pets. And I think the biggest thing is you can't let a wolf dog in the wild. There's not a pack waiting for it to go live happily ever after. And you also can't bring it into an apartment and expect it to behave like a dog.
Another question for you is, how did you guys find the right crew for this film? How did you do that?
You're pretty much looking at the crew. I had my buddy Danny do B camera for a day or two, but having worked at Nat Geo, I have a background in cinematography, editing, writing, and directing. So with this, I was able to kind of wear a lot of hats, and especially when you don't have a budget, that kind of helps. I think one of the biggest challenges was editing it since I filmed it as well. So there are a lot of shots I wanted to put in and things. So I think when I detached and took a little break, it helped me look at it as just a pure editor, as if it wasn't my project almost, to snip like parts and shorten it. So, yeah.
Well, I know recently they did bring back the dire wolf from extinction. I was wondering if you had any input on that or if there's anything like that in the film.
So I am working on a feature film. I have 30 days shot so far called War on Wolves. I'm trying to get a push to finish that. And we are talking about the dire wolves in that. I think when it comes to that type of technology, with great power comes great responsibility, as they say in Spider-Man. So this could be used for something to help the critically endangered red wolf. When I went out to North Carolina at the time, there were only 8 in the wild. So, and it's the only wolf that's only in the lower 48. And it was actually reintroduced before the gray wolf. So there's an opportunity to actually use this to save wolves that are still alive today, not just bring back ones from the past. So hopefully we see some good things coming from it.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for taking the time. And once again, I'm Tyler Kuslaka with IdeateTV, and this is Evan Morton. Thank you.